pilots, and welcome back to another episode of Flight Academy brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming. As always, my name is Phil, and today we have Empire versus the Republic, Andy versus Wes. My favourite ship is on the board, which is amazing, and joining us to go through this we do have...
Hi guys, it's Ben.
Hi Ben, welcome back. We decided to let you have a break from watching yourself back. We've got two different pilots on the board. We've got Andy and Wes, so should be a really good, fun game. They've got opposing records at the moment. Andy is on a 1-win-3, and Wes is 3-1, looking to secure his top spot. I think Anakin has been absolutely fantastic for him throughout so far.
Yeah, it's a scary combo, Anakin and Wolf. And the amount of upgrades that you can stack on Anakin is crazy. 3 Force as well. So it's a very scary ship.
Yeah, 3 Force. I mean, we've mentioned it before. You look at Wes's list, and there's a potential in a turn for it to have 5 instances of causing damage with a seismic charge, a regular attack followed by a veteran turret dorsal turret attack from Anakin, then Wolf's forward arc, and then if he can manage it, a veteran tail gunner shot as well. So there's 5 different points that Wes can cause damage there, which is just crazy. And yeah, a Republic Y-Wing with 3 Force is a scary thing to try and take on as well.
4 firing arcs on 2 ships.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's not quite as bad as when you had 360 arcs back in version 1.
Oh, yeah.
It is still very scary, and Soontifail has got to be careful as well, because he can get trapped quite quickly without having the double reposition, but that Reaper is zooming its way across the board there.
Nice to see this Soontifail being tried out. Completely different to the build your own. Requires some very careful maneuvering to get the best out of him, but he's got some really good upgrades. I mean, he's got having a built-in, essentially a false transponder codes, which you can use whenever, so it's even better than false transponders. That's great, and that could be key here to stop a proton torpedo. Yeah,
and that works well with blank signature as well, because if Soontifail is not locked, he can, I believe it's either turn... I will get the card out. I've got it here now. It's finally released.
He basically gets essentially like a 4th point on defense.
Yeah, so you can turn a focus into evade by spending a charge, which is great. I mean, I genuinely think that the only thing I would change on this Soontifail build is sensitive controls.
Yeah.
I would remove sensitive controls and give it the linked actions that it normally has.
But maybe it's a bit of a balancing thing. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean that
would be pretty insane. I think that's probably a bit of balancing.
Yeah, maybe more of a 6-pointer rather than a 5-pointer. So
yeah, I mean, with the upgrades that he's got and being able to double reposition, that would be, you'd have to be worth more than 5 points.
I mean, Apex Predator for a start is just such a good upgrade, and it's easy to forget that you don't need that in Bullseye for it to trigger. You just need to be a higher initiative, so it won't trigger against Anakin, but there aren't that many I6s in the game. But quite a tame turn there for the first turn. Some long-range speculative shots, but let's see if Wes decides to turn in on Soontir or turn in on Vermeil. I mean, we were talking in between games earlier about each other's lists and who we'd go for first. And obviously with my list, you said that you'd look at the Reaper because the defender's really tough to take out. Would you still think go for the Reaper in this list, or is it just see if you can take Soontir out?
This one's a bit more tricky, I think. I think I would probably go for whatever target I get the opportunity to go for,
Okay.
If that makes sense. So whatever he presents you with. Right. Although I would, in this one, I'd probably try and trap Sunterfell, especially with the amount of arcs you got. I think taking Sunterfell down early. It is difficult though, because having Vader on Vermeil, that's scary, and you really want to deal with that as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and it looks like Wolf is coming around to deal with him.
I don't think Andy's list is an easy one to decide which one to go for.
Yeah, I think partly for me, when I played Andy, Soontir was my target, purely because of that incredible maneuverability potential compared to the Reaper. Which I think Soontir can be quite tricky to catch, which is why if you can get him down early, following a Reaper is a little bit easier.
I love the position that Wes has put this Wolf in. Having the threat of the double tap. That's a great position in between both ships.
I mean, obviously, Soontir's gone right down to the bottom to get round, so it's not gonna have a huge amount of effect there. But again, yeah, that level of control that he has over the board. But here, so Wes is splitting up and going for a bit of a I'll have some of everything, please.
Yeah, you got to be careful though, because chasing Sunterfell can be tricky, and Sunterfell can pull you left, right, and centre and pull you out of position. So I'd be very careful not to chase Sunterfell.
I think one of the things that Wes does have a bit of an advantage though with Anakin is he's got the dorsal turret, so although it's not always a great shot, he can rotate that to potentially keep a gun onto Soontir where possible. Oh, and was that a feedback emitter trigger there from Soontir as well? So nice, love it. So good of like you control when you use that as well, which is what makes it so powerful.
So is Vermeil in range for Vader?
I believe he's going to be in range for Vader, but that is a damage on Wolf and Vermeil from that obstacle.
Oh, you know what? Removing that obstacle, that was key for both of those ships.
Yeah, they both really like that.
So much board space now.
Vader does trigger there, taking another shield off of Wolf. And that feedback emitter is going to be massive right now, because now Anakin has no mod other than the Force. And it's a range 3 shot, so spends the Force for a speculative. Oh, it's a good shot. He's got blank signature.
He's got blank signature.
He's definitely riding that close there. That could have been bad. That could have been really bad there.
So now if I was Andy, I'll just wait for the shot to come in.
Oh, I'd spend the focus. Whilst you've got it,
to
range 2, you're going to get spend elusive. Oh, 2 hits and a crit going through. That's half points on Wolf and the crit. is wounded pilots.
Yeah, so I think Sunta could be in a great position here to just totally ignore Anakin.
Yeah.
He could do a one bank. He could do a boost, system boost, and then just fire straight.
Yeah.
That'll take Anakin completely out of the picture because the Y-wing will take quite a while to turn around and come back. And you just go right around the back of the board and after Wolf.
Although just so that Vermeil does have a structural damage there. It doesn't have range, it's the extra little bit on the end of those templates. But yeah, structural damage onto Vermeil there, which is unfortunate. But still, crucially, above half points. Yeah, I do think if Suntir does a boost, maybe a one bank boost and then a 4 forward.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to turn in on Anakin. I would just ignore him. Fly away from him. Because the dorsal turret can only get you at range 2.
And you can always imagine that Wolf is going to turn ship right back towards Wes.
Yeah.
So looking at it, the one bag, 4 forward, you might not get arc this turn, but you'll be in a much better position. I'm wondering if Anakin drops his second seismic yet or not. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, okay, doing the barrel roll. Maybe we're going to see a 2 hard to the left from Suntir in a minute. I don't dislike it, but I think looking at it, I do think that boost 4 forward, get away from Anakin, threaten Wolf would have been a better play.
Yeah, I think I'd be tempted to play quite cagey with Sunter until, like, hopefully you get one of these ships off the board, like Wolf.
Yeah.
Because
look at what Wolf is now.
Once there's only one ship and there's one-on-one with Sunter, he'd be so much stronger.
Yeah. Not having to worry about both ships is going to be huge. But I do think that Sunter had done potentially that one bank or forward. No, he might not have had arc, but he would have been close enough. He would have been out of Wolf's arc anyway. But cheeky little bump there from Vermeil.
I have to say, got to go to Andy for trying Sunter fell. Like,
yes,
never flown him before. Straight into Flight Academy, giving him a go. Probably one of the most difficult ships to try.
Yeah,
giving it a good go.
And what I will say as well is he didn't even have the card for it at this point. The Battle Ever Endor pack had not actually arrived in store by the time we got around to playing it. So him, yourself had printouts for those pilots.
Yeah, this Flight Academy has also been a trial for some of these ships.
I mean, admittedly, I'd flown Yor a couple of times before we got to this point, but still, after flying him in Flight Academy, I will say that I am a big fan of Captain Yor in the Defender. I think that 6 points is too cheap for him. I think he's a very good ship at 6 points. And
no,
not again.
I think he might have. It's difficult when you do system.
Yeah.
When you're doing a maneuver, but then you're doing a system preposition, that's tricky to know how much that changes your original maneuver.
It's an extra level that you've got to think about.
You've got to practice, yeah.
I mean, did he go forward or backwards with the system barrel? I can't remember now.
I'm not sure.
So I'm wondering if he'd have gone forward with it with that word. Fortunately, he has avoided Anakin's arc. Because Anakin's dorsal turret is to ship right, so pointing down to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So I don't think he's in arc there, so that's actually worked.
Well, he's in a good position now to just shoot off and go after Chase Wolf and leave Anakin to dust.
100% 4 forward, next turn, blue, clear the stress. Will Wolf still be there? If he is, then you can reposition slightly, maybe a boost round for him. But let's see. So 1 more damage onto Vermeil, so we are now at 2 points each.
All these medium bases are going toe to toe.
You've got to love it. That's what you want to see for the medium bases. They are heavyweight sluggers that just get in and stop throwing those punches. So you got Sunta, who's the featherweight. Anakin, probably like middleweight.
I do find it quite crazy that Wolf is 4 points. Vermeil is a point more expensive. Wolf for 4 points, he's so good.
Yeah, I think the arcs are very good for their points. Especially Wolf's ability where he can get a reroll out the front by spending the charge, and then get a reroll out the back by regaining the charge. It's very good. Like dual arc, 4 points. Yeah, I think that maybe. Vermeil's got a very good ability. Maybe 5 points is a bit much for him, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you compare Vermeil against Wolf, I feel like they should be the same points. I wouldn't say that Vermeil would be worth a point more than Wolf.
I mean, I would say if you swap them around, I don't think anyone would, except for Republic players, would really complain about that either. I think that if their points were swapped around, it wouldn't seem too wrong. But maybe, yeah, Vermeil at 4 points would probably be a bit. You might see more play from the Reaper at that point. Oh, okay. 2 forward. Is he going to boost round?
Yeah, get you away from the dorsal turret.
Yeah, so definitely not in Wolf's arc. Should be out of range 2 of that dorsal turret. This should be, in theory, a nice, easy double shot from Andy into. Yeah, there we go. Avoids that arc. Perfect.
And he can Vader Wolf as well.
Yes, which I think he might.
Has he missed it?
It's one of those tricky ones because it's such an interesting one, and he does miss it a couple of times, but then goes back and.
Oh, he's doing it now, yeah.
So that's the token off for Wolf. So
yeah, it's quite an easy thing to miss because you just naturally gravitate to just straight away grabbing the dice and you just want to attack.
That is Wolf down because he hasn't recharged his elusive.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we've got a full health Anakin that can easily, I mean, could take Vermeil down in one shot.
And that's the thing.
Could take both of these ships down in one good proton torpedo shot. So, very much still a game on our hands.
Yeah. I mean, Andy kind of needs to fly Sunta away and maybe slow roll Vermeil and try. Again, you kind of hate to see it, but in the long run, these players it is still a tournament, so slow rolling and trying to keep out of Anakin's arc is a good tactic, but doesn't look like that's happening, so I hope possibly looking to try and catch Anakin. But Andy does need to be careful.
Wes is trying to clean up all your asteroids that you've put on the field. Wes
I hope
is...
I hope he made a note of where they were.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the target lock.
Here comes the lock. The scary thing is,
I mean, Vermil's going to get extra dice.
Right, yeah, if Wes gets this right, no, was that a 3 hard? He doesn't get the lock because he's a 3 hard on the
Is it red?
ETLB is red. Oh no, no lock. Okay.
Was he trying for his ability?
He was trying for his ability to spend the 4 so that he could get. Well, actually, no. Has he already got the target lock? I think he's hoping for a focus. Is that Anakin's target lock at the top, or has that been left there from Wolf? If that's Anakin's target lock, this is
No, it's gone.
No, it's gone. It must have been Wolf's.
There is a target lock on Sunta Fell,
which would be Anakin's.
Oh.
So what is unfortunate here is if he had the lock on Vermeil.
This is on
Sunta.
Sunta. Right, so Sunta's got 3 dice. He's got 1 focus conversion.
Signature.
Oh.
Absolutely fine.
When you need your dice to play.
I mean, I was just saying, if he'd have gone for Vermeil and he had that target lock, that would have been unanswered proton torpedo that could have done it.
Can't use Apex Predator, unfortunately.
Nope.
Oh.
So it's a force. Can Andy scratch Anakin's paint before he leaves? Well, he's got. I mean, Wes has flipped the shield down, but I didn't think he took any damage there, but. Oh, Vader trigger. Vader trigger. There we go. That's a cheeky way of scratching the paint. Ooh, double
2 crits.
Not that it's going to make any difference whatsoever here.
He's got bladed plating.
Yeah, and the Vermeil trigger there as well, but not having any green tokens.
So takes a hit and downgrades that to a normal hit.
He still had 2 shields left, so
yeah, shields
doesn't matter. But yeah, very, very well played there from Andy. Paul, that was not what we were expecting, to be honest.
There were some scary moments there. It could have easily turned Wes's favour that round, but
absolutely
some great evades from Sunta Fell kept him in.
Yeah, and just getting out of Anakin's arc those times was also massive for him. So really well done there, and well done to Wes as well. He obviously gave it. He really got close to it as well. Just the wrong place for the target lock was the big difference there. But well done to both players. And Ben, again, I hope you enjoyed that. I know that you're obviously a bit of an aficionado of all factions, so it's nice to see them on table, but I hope you enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was a really fun match. Great to see Sunta Fell on the board, and it was quite nice to see these 2 medium ships going head to head.
Yes, absolutely. Always nice to see the medium ships slugging it out. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, we've got plenty more games to come, so don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.